Greetings, guys, and welcome to another episode of Fanboy JunKtion. Got a couple announcements that have happened recently that I'm going to talk about today. First of all, of course, the big one is that WB-DC has announced that they are doing a Justice League movie and that Zack Snyder will be directing Justice League. And that surprises no one. Now, of course, the first thing that gets me all excited is like, oh, hey, cool, Justice League movie. They even said, we're filming them back to back. Sweet. So that makes sense. They delayed the movie from 2015 to 2016. They're going to do two at once, 2016, 2017, back to back, boom, boom, boom. Are they? They say 2017, and now they start announcing, oh, well, we've got 9 movies we're planning on doing. Okay, cool. But 2 of those movies are Sandman and Fables. So that leaves 7 movies, maybe, that are their cinematic universe. Look, I'm glad they're finally kind of making some kind of plans to move forward. But again, my thing is, why are you telling us this? I mean, you're telling us about 2 movies you're doing in 3 years, 2 years from now. You really want me to be excited? Tell me 5 movies you're making over the next 4 or 5 years. You know, I appreciate they're doing something. Like I said, hey, cool, we're going to get Justice League. So that means Justice League, great. So we've got Batman, we got Superman, we obviously got Wonder Woman, we got Cyborg. So, anybody out there who's dreaming that this Justice League movie is going to have Martian Manhunter? Wah, wah. Nope. That they've already cast Cyborg means they're going New 52 with Justice League, no Martian Manhunter, Cyborg's in there. Maybe they just have a 1 alien quota? I don't know. Again, part of me is excited. Zack Snyder, he does good with ensembles. I mean, say what I said before about Watchmen. He did give everybody lots of time. They all got shared space, so he should be able to pull it off. I know Jason Momoa's name keeps bouncing around there. People saying if he's Aquaman or if he's this or is that. Let him be Aquaman. Whatever. I don't care. Again, you're announcing this stuff so far off that it's hard for me to build hype. I mean, you're literally, what is it? It's April, the end of April, May of 2015. No, 2014. So you're talking about you've cast actors in movies that we're not going to see them actually play the characters they're supposed to be in 3 years. Because it's not like you're going to have Victor Stone show up and actually be Cyborg in Batman vs. Superman. It's kind of like when they cast, what's his name, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. It was like a year or 2 out from Avengers, so I said, hey, I bet you that means he's going to be one of the movies. He appears in Thor. He's just got a cameo. So that's probably all this is going to be. So, again, thanks DC, Warner Brothers, for finally doing something. But you're messing the momentum up here. I can't imagine, unless you're going to, sneak one by us and suddenly, bam, we get a movie in 2015. Maybe an actual Superman movie. That would be awesome. But given that Zack Snyder is now doing Man of Steel 2 or Man of Steel versus Batman or World Fire, whatever they're going to call it, and Justice League, I think you can pretty much put money on the fact that Ben Affleck will be directing the solo Batman movies. And given how they usually do the Batman movies in 3s and 4s, that means that 7 of the new movies they're going for, you can bet 3 of them are Batman movies. So that leaves 4 films. 4 films for them to do other DC characters. So that means another Superman movie. Probably 2. So 2 films. Look at that. 2 films that they will do other DC characters. So that leaves Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and The Flash to fit into 2 films. And if they're smart, one of these is a Justice League movie. So, that leaves one film. I would love to hear what you guys would think could possibly be that one film that's not going to be Batman, Superman, or Justice League. Comment below. On the flip side, something that really has me, I can't say excited, but kind of like, yeah, here we go, is that they have come out and Marvel, the guy's doing it, I can't say right, but better, has announced that their Netflix series is actually going to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That means like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is connected to the movies, so will the Daredevil, Iron Fist, Power Man, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones ultimately coming. I think they're going to be the Defenders. Hell's Kitchen storylines are going to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some friends of mine were talking about it, and they were trying to say, like, well, does that mean S.H.I.E.L.D.'s going to be heavily involved? And in the article, they said this is the street level Marvel noir side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the Marvel Universe, however you want to say it, which means that you're probably going to have no S.H.I.E.L.D. You're not going to have any of the things with Hydra. You're just going to have, hey, the Kingpin's trying to take over, Hell's Kitchen. Let's fight him. Hey, the Hand is here, which I personally prefer. Leave the team-up movies or the bigger, your Marvel Cinematic Universe characters to have the world-threatening situations. Let these guys who are martial artists and not really any big powers, let them fight gangs. Let them fight drug lords. Let them fight, criminals. Let them just do that level thing. Again, I've said it before, but, Burn Notice. Insert any costume for him to wear when he does something cool, and that would be a really solid comic book series or a comic book TV show. Daredevil, granted they haven't cast anybody, and they're supposed to be filming over the summer, which means either they're lying or they haven't and they're going to be casting them real late. We'll have to see who they cast, but I'm excited about it, given that it is taking place in New York. I'm sure there will be some kind of, hey, you remember what happened a couple of years ago? Too bad we couldn't get there, or however they're going to link that. I'm excited to see what happens. So, cool. Marvel Cinematic Universe linked to the Netflix thing. They also said that each series, just like every other series they've released on Netflix, you get the whole season, bam, in one chunk. Which makes me think that if they're starting to film in the summer, probably not going to see these shows until the end of the year. And that's just the first one. So I'm guessing the end of 2014 and into 2015 we'll start seeing these shows drop, which is fine. It'll be cool. It'll just be interesting to see if by the time we get to Avengers 3, if some of these characters will start popping up. Because really, honestly, with the exception of Daredevil, Iron Fist, Power Man / Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones all end up in the Avengers. So it might be interesting if, when you have your last stand, say in Avengers 3, and Thanos is there, and all this Skrull, and all these things are happening, that, we have a nice shot of all the heroes together battling this one threat. And that would be really, really awesome. So, all right, well, I think that's it for now. Again, comment below if you have anything. If you have a suggestion, something you want me to talk about, something you want to see, something you agree with, something you don't agree with, whatever, comment below. And look at that. Didn't mention Captain America once. Have a nice one, guys. See you next time.